Then I need the domain and the range. So let's take a look. I'll change my pen color so we can see the difference. With the domain, remember I'm looking from left to right as I go across my graph, and I can see that way over here, even way over here, if I go up far enough, I'm going to hit this, and I'm exaggerating it, that curve, but I'm going to hit it eventually because it has an arrow and it keeps on going up and up. Now the same thing on the right, so that what that tells me is that for the domain, all real numbers can be in the domain. And if I look at my table, it's the x part, and it's saying that I could choose any number all the way to negative infinity or all the way to positive infinity, and I could plug it into this for the x, and you can see that's true. Any number can be plugged in. And then the f of x is where I'm getting the range, and so I'm looking at these values that we came up with for the range, and I'm also looking on the graph, and I'm starting down here at negative infinity on the y-axis, that's for the y values, and sliding up, and there's nothing that I can hit on my graph, not until I get right to here, and then I finally have a value there. It's the minimum point of my parabola, and that's the first point that's on my range. And that, remember, was 0, 5, so the 5 part, I was up to 5 before I hit anything on the range, and then 5 all the way up to the top because this graph keeps going and going up. Okay, and we can look at this too and see that the smallest value we have here is a 5, and that's the minimum for my range. So for the domain, we had, I'll change my pen back, negative infinity to positive infinity, and for the range we had 5 to infinity. And the 5 is inclusive because the 5 is an actual point on my parabola.